I don't think the MOJ have confirmed details of the story that's out, but what we do know is there's a very significant backlog in the court system. There's an old saying, justice delayed is justice denied. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Ministry of Justice were looking at changes as to how they could clear that backlog and make sure that people get justice in good time.
And if this does happen on a principle basis, and as you said, the MOJ haven't confirmed it, you're not aware whether it has been confirmed or not?
I'm not aware that it has, but we do know there is significant concern throughout the government in the court
So
backlog.
It's possible. I mean, juries have been at the foundation of our justice system for a very long period of time. I mean, this would be quite the move, wouldn't it?
Well, of course, there will still be jury trial.
Only potentially for some of the most significant court cases.
The story says that it may be for a narrower range of alleged offences. Let's see what the MOJ have to say about that. We do, of course, value, respect and cherish trial by jury, but we also have to cherish the idea that people can have their case heard in court in good time. And we've got an enormous backlog, and simply doing what we've been doing for the past few years is not addressing that backlog sufficiently quickly. So I wouldn't be surprised if my colleagues at the MOJ are looking at perhaps some radical ways in how they can reduce that backlog.
And we'll have more with my chat with Pat McFadden on the budget a little later on in the programme. But let's get more on this story with John Craig, our chief political correspondent, who you can see was with me in the studio. John, we think this is something the government is seriously looking at, and it would be quite a serious change.
Well, we know they're looking at it because, of course, they commissioned an independent report by Brian Leveson, the former appeal court judge, probably best known for his press inquiry a few years back. Now, what is controversial about what Mr Lammy looks as though he's going to do is the fact that Sir Brian recommended ending jury trials for crimes up to 3 years in jail. Mr Lammy is saying 5 years, which means far fewer trials would have a jury. It's only rape, manslaughter, murder and what's being described as some public interest trials. Now, this all started when Shabana Mahmood was the Justice Secretary. She commissioned that report by Leveson. Sarah Sackman, who is the courts minister, says drug dealers and career criminals are laughing in the dock, knowing cases can take years to come to trial. And she talks about them criminals gaming the system. That's what they're trying to stop. Because, of course, they try to increase the chances of proceedings collapsing. And she also said victims of severe sexual assault are routinely told it could take 4 years for their cases to come to court. Now, the legal profession doesn't like it. Barristers, solicitors, the Law Society, for example, says it's gone beyond the recommendations by Sir Brian Leveson. It goes too far. Kemi Badenoch has said it risks fairness, undermines public trust. And David Lammy used to agree. That is true. Back in 2020, when David Lammy was the Shadow Justice Secretary, Robert Buckland was Justice Secretary, Lammy said the right to trial by your fellow citizens is fundamental to our democracy. So there's going to be a huge row about this. It'll have to have legislation, and we're told that's going to come in the new year. The Ministry of Justice says no final decision has been taken. But as we've heard from Pat McFadden, ministers know about this. There's a document's been circulated in Whitehall. Ministers have been briefed. Could face a tricky passage through Parliament, not so much the Commons, but those pesky peers, all those lawyers in the House of Lords, judges, ex-judges, barristers, QCs, Cases as they are now. Very controversial, this.